live on this Mindful Monday. Dr. Corey Gonzalez joins us to talk about the secret behind keeping your New Year's resolution. Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year, Maddie. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for coming in. All right. Well, unfortunately, the statistics are not in our favor for keeping these New Year's resolutions.
No, they're not. In fact, only about 9% of the people are crossing the finish line at the end of the year, finishing their goals.
Okay.
So we have to have attainable goals.
So we need to plan if we want these to be followed throughout the year. All right, so what's our first step?
Well, first is make it attainable goals.
Okay.
We don't want to fail, right? That's counterintuitive to our mental health.
Don't set yourself up for failure.
Yeah, so have attainable goals, and instead of overly strict diets, cut out some carbs or desserts. Exercise a few times a week, right? Instead of saying every day.
Okay.
Set some time aside for meditation. At the end of the day, put in your schedule. You're more likely to do it.
Yeah, I like scheduling and getting a new planner to start the new year to put those things in there. All right, and then we want these to be measurable, obviously. We can't just have them be pie in the sky, like, I'm going to be healthier. Well, what does that mean, right?
Well, Maddie, we have so much technology that will help us measure our goals.
True.
And so we have the Fitbits, we have we have iPhones, we have iWatches. All these things can tell us how many steps we've taken, how many calories we've taken in. We have Stash, we have Acorn, all these things. We can put away money. So there's technology can be our friend when it comes to measuring.
Okay, so make sure it's measurable, and then accountability matters.
Accountability, you were talking about running, and your cousin, right, inspires you. It's good to tell someone what you're doing. Having a group, having a sponsor, having people to go to and say, this is how I'm doing it, the water tank at work, wherever it is, get other people involved, be accountable.
Okay, all right, and then obviously people use social media a lot for that, which, is probably one of the pros, I would say.
Yep.
And then how to deal with setbacks. So this is something I'm trying to get my mind around because I do have a lofty running goal this year, but you can easily hit setbacks when it comes to running or really any of your resolutions.
Well, we are imperfect. We're people, and we want to have general things. But if we have a bad day, if we have a cheat day or bad meal or a bad behavior, we got to get back on the track and not beat ourselves up. We don't want to go into all or nothing, black or white thinking.
Right.
I tell people in the recovery, they're in recovery. Once they acknowledge that they have a drinking problem or they have a problem with this, they're not going back into denial. It's a matter of getting back on one day at a time, one meal at a time, whatever it may be.
And then make sure your environment is conducive to following through.
Maddie, the accessibility to Amazon, to spending, all these things, it's like having a drug dealer on speed dial. We got to be careful. We don't want to be at buffets trying to eat right or bars if we're trying not to drink. So have a culture and atmosphere that's conducive to you meeting your goals.
Yeah, so running is one of mine, like I just mentioned. So I'm trying to make sure I always have my running shoes with me. So putting them in my car when I'm done with them. That way I'm going to take them to work and that sort of thing.
That's a great idea, Maddie. You want to create that atmosphere that's conducive to you meeting your goals. And I'm proud of you.
Oh,
that's
thanks.
amazing.
Well, not yet. We'll talk
20 miles?
next January 1st on whether you're proud of me.
You're going to be in the top 9%.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate your support. Dr. Corey Gonzalez, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, Maddie.
All right, we'll be right back after this.